Shadows Within. It has been a bit since we've done a show, but we are back here and ready. I am inviting people, and we have some great news to talk about. If you missed out Global Impact, please go check it out. It was a banger of a show. KCW Thunder's card will be coming up as well. I will be doing a prediction show on that and possibly a review show. Today we are talking about Clpw, a growing brand here in the eFed world, which still continues to grow, and we are here to give you some updates from the owner himself. And also, don't forget to check out other companies like WAE, RCW, DPW. Also, check out XPWF, IWA. Also, check out 3Dub, Swag Championship Wrestling, GPW, NWA, WWA. Also, VCW. And there's possibly a new company on the rise, which I shall not reveal the name of until the man's ready. But we shall see, ladies and gentlemen. But the owner of Clpw will be joining me here. Also, go check out our other shows. We also have GEW, Global Extreme Wrestling, AOWE, BGW, IWA, of course, JSW, BUW, and also from the pro wrestling side of things, we have Forever Pro Wrestling, we have Pure Pro Wrestling, Dropkick Championship Wrestling, Imperial Wrestling Federation, which continues to grow, and they had their first ever matchup on the Dropkick Championship Wrestling March to Glory 4. The highlights are up on the DCW page for March to Glory, and the first matchup for the IWF was on March to Glory 4 in the pre-show, and that match is free on YouTube for y'all to check out on the IWF Imperial Wrestling Federation page. And there's also Deadlock Pro Wrestling, Juggalo Championship Wrestling. There's also Hog, House of Glory. Just sharing out the invite to everybody. And yeah, there's a bunch of companies to go check out, ladies and gentlemen. Please go check out some of the great content. Also, XPW Extreme Pro Wrestling. Also, we have Scottish Championship Wrestling. We also have Coastal Championship Wrestling. We are almost done, ladies and gentlemen. Also, go check out Reality of Wrestling and Micromania Tour, which is happening, and also Micro Wrestling Federation. Also, go check out CCW, Combat Zone Wrestling, and GCW, Game Changer Wrestling. Many of wrestling in the community here, pro wrestling, eFed wrestling, backyard wrestling. There's many of backyard wrestling companies, which I shall also start marking down to go check out as well in the near future. And also hoping to debut a side series besides just doing wrestling. Also doing, hopefully talking about some movies soon, which I have talked about a few times on here. Everybody is almost invited. But Clpw continues to grow. Talented rosters. When we did the draft on here, you got to know some names on there that are going to be a part of there. And if you have heard of them, please go check out their work and other companies. And yeah, there's so many out here in the community. Please go show your support. Some great companies out there. Some great ass content. You will not be disappointed. And I have invited everybody. Hello, Jody. Hope you're doing well, sir. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, I have a few things planned for this. I got myself a new notebook the other day, so I'll be going over quite a few things within the coming days for pro wrestling and eFed-wise. Hello, Ethan Andrew. Welcome, member of the IWF Imperial Wrestling Federation. Hope to see you in action there soon, sir. And here comes the owner of Clpw soon, whenever he is ready. I sent him an invite so he could join when he's ready. I hope you are doing well, Ethan. And please, Ethan Dixon is a very talented competitor. Please don't doubt that young man. That young man is gonna take over the IWF by storm, just like the other competitors there in the IWF. Hello, Mr. Scott.
Hello, Mr. Walker. How are you?
Oh, Mr. Walker, I'm Mr. Larry. My last name's not Walker.
That boy said, I'm Larry. Dang it, Bobby, you got the name wrong.
We believe in Mr. Ethan. We hope to see your work in the Imperial Wrestling Federation. And I was just telling the world, AJ, go check out the IWF. They are up there in the UK. Imperial Wrestling Federation is a company that continues to grow. And this is one of the participants there, Ethan Andrew, an up-and-coming star in the wrestling world. One day we are going to be seeing this young man possibly in WWE, TNA, or AEW, guaranteed.
Oh, man. All right. We got to get some new talent out there going. I'm very excited. I'm going to remember that name and make sure I write that name down in case if I forget it. I'm definitely going to check his workout. You know, we always got to encourage each other when it comes down to wrestling itself, you know. So, Ethan Andrew, I hope you laced up your boots, man, because it's going to be one wild ride for the wrestling world to see who you really are. Just thrive as a superstar. You know, we hope to see you in the future. I'm going to be right behind you because your boy is training as well. So hopefully you get to see Aaron James right behind you in the Americas.
You want to tell people what you are training for exactly?
Well, I'm training for, honestly, right now, I'm just training to get some of this baby weight off. Right now, I currently weigh 230, and I'm 5'5". You know, just trying to set some of them pounds because if I would have went in, tried out for wrestling, I probably would have been a light heavyweight, and that's kind of a little heavier for my size. But you know, for me to be in training right now, I'll probably go over to Firestar Pro Wrestling if you heard of it. Probably head my way that way. Or
yes, I have heard of Firestar. I actually need to mark that down. Thank you for reminding me.
Or check out this one in back here in North Carolina in Kinston area. It's a little hardcore promotion. Or join a little promotion called NLPW with my cousin because my youngest cousin started wrestling, so I might start wrestling with him because he's doing a good job right now. He just debuted in the Fatal 4-Way for the world title, and he was the last contender to get pinned, but the world champion retained. So I thought that was a good debut for him. So hopefully I get my foot in the door. Hopefully I lose a lot more weight this year because I am looking to start my training this year. So I'm really excited for that. It just shows that if you don't go in the ring, at least try your dream, that you really haven't tried. You're not I'm not going to say if you really are serious about wrestling itself, if you want to do it, at least try it, you know, because wrestling is not for everybody. And, you know, we have been fans for a very long time. You know, all we got to really do is just step our foot out there and try. If we don't, what's the point, you know? So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to see if I can do this. If I can't, then I'm going to figure something out.
Ethan did bring up a good point. Up there in the UK, there is a Firestar as well.
Oh, wow. 2 Firestars. One in America, one in the great UK. Wow.
Uh-huh. Also, there's other companies
they just had
like...
a show.
Huh?
They just had a show not too long ago, didn't they? WWE wrestling show up there in France.
Yes. Yes, they did.
I wonder if he was there. But I heard it was a really good show. A really good show.
Indeed so. Now, sir, what would you like to talk about with CLPW? What is going on?
Well, with for people that don't know, I own my own EFED promotion, Clpw. It stands for Carolina Legacy Pro Wrestling. It was always something I wanted to give back to the North Carolina, because that's where I'm from, the state, just to give my community back because we don't have a lot of EFEDs that represents North Carolina, or nor we have wrestling training schools or shows that come down to North Carolina like that, like especially Greenville. We do have a lot that comes to Charlotte and Raleigh, but they rarely come down here. And it's just something for me to give back to show that I care for the community. Excuse me, getting over a cold. I also want, and for the promotion as well, I always wanted to give back to my community when it comes down to the gaming community. And Clpw is a PS4 exclusive promotion. This to give back to the PS4 after 2025 has announced that there was split in the community creations. So I always wanted to give back to to the community with that. So for the people that lost their home in EFED community, I could give them back to that promotion. And what's going on right now? We just did our first draft a couple weeks ago, and that went out really well. We got our 2 official shows, Clpw Legacy and Clpw Ignition. And Ignition is silver and red, and Legacy is maybe blue, gold, and white.
And you were
And
getting a good spam of promos in one day, I heard.
yes, we had a lot of promos. Like, it just shows how much people really do care about the community, not just to wrestle, but just get their spoken word out. Because I always thought about having written promos like that. It always works with your craft, because you can't just be a wrestler and not cut a promo, or you can't cut a good promo and not be a wrestler. You have to have a mix of both, because we've seen so many superstars that was one or the other that didn't succeed. Because look at Brock Lesnar. He was a one-sided wrestler. He knew how to wrestle, but didn't know how to cut a promo. Look at Bobby Lashley. Look at Roman Reigns when he was the big dog. You know, when Roman Reigns was the big dog, he couldn't cut a promo to save his life, but he knew how to wrestle. But he was a Vince's boy, so you already know how that went down. We got to think about, we have to have that flow of, we got to know how to cut a promo, a really, really good one, and then know how to wrestle at the same time. So for my people to cut promos like they do in the feed, and the post, it's beneficial not only for me, but for them to practice on their promo work, which I'm really, 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 really thankful for. So this for me to witness my promo masteries out there. So it's really good to find people that know how to cut a promo, or trying to know how to cut a promo, and ask for help. Because lately, when we added more people to the chats, we had active every day, every single day. There's not even a day where the chat is low, because we have a lot of friends, we have a lot of family in that chat. So it's just like, it's an open world community. Even PS5 people can join. We just got to make a call for you. But we can figure things out with the PS5 community. But we're solely focused on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One people. So give the older gen some backbone, because 2K is starting to think like, hey, we need to split these up now, because all these new games are coming out. We got to start leaning to the new generation instead of the old. So that's what I think about everything with that and 2K servers.
Understood. Yeah, the 2K servers have changed up this year. And I do want to say, Ethan, if you do ever, I know you're doing your pro wrestling, but if you do ever want to join the EFED community, and if you ever want to get started somewhere, I think Clpw would be perfect for you.
Please join Carolina Legacy Pro. We always welcome new people with open arms, and we especially have open arms for the people that's never been in the EFED before. So I dare you. I even dare you.
Welcome, Mr. Diva.
To join us, because we will teach you the ways of the EFED community way.
Indeed, and the EFED community continues to grow every single day. And hello, my brother. Much love to you. I hope to see you soon.
2K thought they could split us up, with the CC, but no, they only made us stronger in a lot of ways, so it's kind of a love-hate relationship with 2K. We all know how 2K want to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's always one or the other with 2K in their games every year. And I think this time they really took the cake this time with the CC, with the community creations. But we always find a way. The eFed community always finds a way to work around it, what they do. So we're just like that. We have to be, we gotta have something that people can live off on.
Indeed so. And with this, like freaking, as we were saying, the community continues to grow each day. Like every single day, we're getting somebody new, like from a different company. Like freaking, we also got a bunch of new talent in CLPW. You had Dirtbag Dan. You had some international stars that do local for WWE, and it's incredible to see who has came over.
We are looking forward to having our first show very soon. We're just getting the roster together. We're getting the championships together. If we can get our championships and our cause ready, we could probably have a show probably next week or either beginning of April, because I am scheduling to have our first pay-per-view in April. I'm not going to give out too much details, but we are planning and we are scheduling to have our first pay-per-view of the year next month. So
Incredible. Like that's a big announcement there. Is the pay-per-view going to be the first official show?
the pay-per-view is going to be probably the third or the fourth. It just depends
Okay.
on how many shows we will have before the pay-per-view. I want to have a full-on show, like a full-on couple week shows before the pay-per-view, so people can have momentum heading to this pay-per-view, because I'm hoping to win the crown some of these first-ever champions when we get to the pay-per-view. So we got some good plans. Me and my other GM will think of something, and I also got built ambassador board in case if I can't be there all the time, so I'm grateful for them to help the roster and the chat when I'm not here. I let everybody know, like, hey, if I'm not going to be here today, I'm going to let y'all look over the chat, look over the people, in case I'm not there. Because there's a lot of promotions. I'm not throwing any shade, but there's a lot of eFeds where their bosses or the people that they're on charge, they disappear for a couple of days, and anything say goes. So and bosses don't know what was going on. Stuff happens, and people argue with each other. Like, that's why I have a whole board to be like, hey, if so and so this happens, he tell me. If they can't handle it, I'll handle it. So far I got a good group. So I'm thankful for the board that I've gathered together. So I know they can keep a clear head in case if I can't be there on a certain day or a certain amount of days. So like, I went to DC the beginning of last
Mr.
week.
Davis.
And I was here. I was in DC for
Hello,
a couple of
Miss
days,
Rain.
and y'all and my board took care of the chat while I was gone to DC. So I'm grateful for them. I'm grateful for everyone that chipped in, that I trusted to be the ambassador. So I'm really grateful for everyone. I just had to take some time to thank my people. You gotta thank your people, and after a while, So I thank my whole ambassador group. I thank my other GM because he's working hard. He's probably working harder than me right now to get this show together, to get his roster together. So I'm really thankful for the crew that I have and for the roster that we built together. So CFW is going to be the next big thing. If not, we tried. So that's what I feel about everything with the CLPW brand.
Well, with CLPW, if you want me to announce it, you guys did have your first partnership announced.
We do. And please, if you want, please.
Hey, say it.
Well, me and a good friend of mine, he had the idea to start his own eFed before I did. When I started the idea, he wanted to have one, so he was like, "Okay, we gonna do this." So I came up with CLPW to support the American people. And if y'all know who King and the Host, other known as Tommy Gunn is Australian, and he's from that's Aussie over there. So King and the Host has made Southern Land Wrestling, which is home to Australia. So y'all go check him out. He's been a really good friend of mine. We were Bullet Club brothers back in KCW when I had my own brand. Um, Keegan Host, he was the first ever recruit in the Bullet Club. So with him being there, I give a lot of thanks. We fought a lot of back and forth with Keegan Host and Tommy Gunn. We were brothers. We fought together in KCW. We fought against each other in KCW. Now we are business only and friends again, and now we're business partners. So before even CLPW could air, we already had partnerships. So if that's not a good sign, I don't know what is. So.
And you just got a new person that just joined the group. Ethan just said he joined up.
We got a new signing. We gotta sign his contract later. Ethan Andrews is the newest pick for CLPW. Thank you, brother. Thank you for joining the group, man.
I think I'll speak on behalf of Gabriel when I say I think we'll draft him to Gabriel's brand.
Ooh, okay. We can see. We're gonna figure out what we're gonna do with you later on. We're gonna add you to the group chat as well. We're gonna get you situated very quickly because that's how I want to work with the people that wants to join the brand. We gotta get you in here quick because some people just wait for you to get added and get familiar with stuff. So we're gonna work stuff on you quick as soon as we get situated. So thank you for joining. You won't regret this decision because before we can even get started, let's do it. So I'm grateful.
Hey, things take time. Rome wasn't built in a day, and this company is gonna grow, even if it's not bigger. How I see it, you are gonna grow to a great standard in general, and personally, you are gonna keep on going and going. I don't see you stopping anytime soon.
I'm not slowing down at all, man. I'm trying to deal with a lot of things. I'm 21 years old. I'm graduating soon. I'm graduating college soon. In about 7 weeks. I'll be transferring to a different school to work on my college studies, but I won't be out, but I'll be in and out. So if I'm not here, like I said, my board is going to be here. My studies come first. I hate to say it, but wrestling is always my home. But when it comes down to my studies and my future studies, that gotta come first as well. So we're gonna figure some things out when the time comes. Cause it's summertime. People don't normally work or go to school during the summertime, so we're probably gonna stream a lot during the summer. So I'm very excited for that. I'm just ready for summer at this point. So
I hear you.
ready for summer. Get ready for some summer matches, some summer pay-per-views.
Exactly.
Come on now. SummerSlam, we get ready for SummerSlam. Come on now. Oh,
SummerSlam is going to be interesting.
We're getting ready for WrestleMania too. So it's WrestleMania season.
That is true.
So get ready for WrestleMania soon. So it's going to be exciting for these next few weeks. We're going to get to see John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. We're going to get to see Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. This is going to be a really good WrestleMania this year. Cena's farewell tour. This is going to be a good WrestleMania.
Indeed so. And how they're in a relationship working with WWE, with WWE and Reality of Wrestling, right?
Oh yeah. Row, right? ROW.
Yes. Reality of Wrestling. I just wanted to take a moment to say, Ethan is very excited to learn more about the eFed world and be involved, and we are excited to have you a part of this community, sir. And Mr. Davis, definitely keep your eye out, please, sir. And I believe Mr. Scott, you are a member of a Venom Club, yes?
Yes, I am one of their freshest members of the Venom Club. Since I've been with the Venom Club, I have won championships. My sister is also part of the Venom Club. Jen, Jen wanted me to find a new home back in KCW. KCW really hasn't felt like home in forever. Now that they're focusing on 2K25, they kind of left everyone that was on PlayStation, like old Gen, behind, and I was one of those. So it's just like I'm still there, but it's like what can I do? So that's why there's another reason why CLPW kind of exists, because most promotions when new games come out and they have new consoles, they kind of push the old gen away. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a whole new promotion that focuses on old gen only, so everyone, including the old gen, can have their fun too. So people can't afford new games and new consoles every year. Look at PlayStation. PlayStation's about to have a new console coming out soon before even their other game GTA 6 comes out. So it's like we gotta think about the people that can't afford everything. So.
Indeed so, sir. And some people can't be a part of the community unless they have somebody help them create the call. And there's
Exactly.
a lot of
That's
great
true. So
creators
that's
out
why
there in this
I am
community. And sorry.
I am very thankful for those people that create characters for other people, because people don't realize how hard it really
Hmm.
is, because to see
Hmm.
somebody else's image with somebody else's image, so people don't
I get
understand
teary
that.
eyed every time.
So
I get teary eyed
so
every time.
I'm thankful for, and I would never understand how hard the work is when somebody else is doing somebody else's work. So I am very, very appreciative on how things look for CLPW, and I always give my gratitude and my thanks to the people that has to make calls for other people. Because I know how hard that is. Because I'm going
Hmm.
through that myself. So it's like, you know what? Now I'm in that shoes of what they do. Now I'm like, hey, I know this is hard. So I'm grateful for the people and thankful for the people that works on cause for other people that can't do it. So whew, because it's hard work. It's some hard work. I know. People that do it. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, and I know it's hard work, but it's rewarding at the end of the day. So I understand. So, man.
No, I hear what you're saying, sir. Like, indeed. And look right there. You have the support of Dragon Pro Wrestling. So, right there, AJ, you have another support with you.
Right.
And
And
you
I
also
think,
have the support of WAE. You have
and I,
3 standing
uh,
supports with you already.
I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start with those two. Um, Dragon Pro. I never, ever thought I would be in Dragon Pro, because I was so loyal to KCW for so long, and KCW was my first promotion that I joined since I was 20 years old. So since December 26th of last year, I was part of the EFED community. For me to be part of KCW, be a part of Dragon Bro, be a part of WAE. Oh my God, dude! I think ever since I kind of stepped away from KCW, I felt better more as a person, because KCW kind of focused on a few people and the people that they kind of want to push. So it's just like when with Corey Davis and Miss Mary, like those two are like my two biggest supports. The Venom Club has no idea what they've done for me. Wolfina doesn't know how have any idea of what she's done. WAE was a big support. CLPW, and I'm gonna drop a truth bomb right now. CLPW would not exist if it wasn't for WAE. If it wasn't for WAE, CLPW would not exist. And I thank Wolfie every single day for her, because if it wasn't for her and giving her my encouragement, CLPW would not exist today without her help. And Corey Davis has taught me to step out my comfort zone and go to other places, because not your home is not always going to be your home. So, and KCW has shown me that 3 times before. So it's just like I'm not even scared to leave KCW now if I do, because it's just like I got so many other people that want to support me and the brand already. And before even CLPW can start, I got all these people trying to help me out, and I'm grateful for everybody. And for KCW to push me under the rug like they do is, it really doesn't even matter. It doesn't hurt, because now I got all these other people supporting me, and my brand. So I'm grateful for all of you. If I haven't said it enough, I'm grateful for all of you, and I thank all of you, because I wouldn't be here in this situation if it wasn't for the support that I have. WAE, Dragon Pro, Corey Graves, Jen, Mary Spain, Alexa Rain, Eddie Walker. Eddie Walker has been a really big part. He's behind the scenes a lot, but I want to put his name out there, because if it weren't for him,
Wherever he is.
we
Wherever he is.
we never get this far. So I'm grateful for him. He's been the backbone. Alexa's been there in the back scenes. Mary Spain doesn't like to be mentioned, but I'm gonna mention her name today because she deserves her flowers because that's a strong spirited woman. Whew, that's a strong woman. I ain't trying to mess with her today, but she knows how grateful I am for her, and I hope she sees this live later. But she has no idea how much she's done for me and this family. I'm grateful for my wife. I'm thankful for my son. My son just turned 21 days old today. I'm grateful for my wife. I love my wife. Oh yeah, Ethan Andrews. I have in the Ethan community. You do a lot of RP, a lot of role play. So
You
for
can
me taking the time to
either do a written promo, you can do a video promo, Ethan. You can do it however you feel like. It is how you choose to do it. It doesn't have to just be in the game. You can promo how you feel to promo, okay? And I know you can promo. So you got this, man. I believe
man.
in you. And even AJ believes in you. And The Shadows Within is my main podcast name. I also have a few names that will be introduced in the future for other brands, and also I'm hoping to do some side shows, so a lot of big expansion with this show. So stay tuned.
So the more that when we have things like this, we gotta have support for each other because we have no idea what will happen to the E-Feds in the future because so much stuff goes on with the wrestling community. Yo, that's my homeboy in the back. Mikhail, he said that's the Marv. He said he already know who I am. I'm the Marv around back here, back at home.
And
So
he called you the Mark?
the
Is that what he's
Marv,
supposed to call you?
the marvelous one.
Oh,
The gimmick that I had before the first time, before I kind of let
yeah.
that gimmick go. But they know back at home, they know me as the marvelous Aaron James. I'm gonna stick with that name when I will start wrestling soon. But just for me to go through all these experiences, it's game changing. And that I have my wife and my son. My son just turned 21 days old today. My wife, man, oh my gosh, man, she's the backbone too. So, so much stuff going on at once, so much happening, so much everything. So
Oh, indeed
with
so. And
the
there's a lot
wrestling
of events that
community
can
and
happen all at once.
the wrestling community grows every single day, and 2K always changes, and we just gotta change with it. So
Exactly. Indeed so, sir, and you said it best. And Mr. Ethan, we will definitely schedule an interview for you, sir. It would be an honor to have you. We can talk about your starting into the EFED, and we can also talk about your pro wrestling career, which will be very honored for you, for me to do. Mr. Ethan, you are the future of the business. I will say that. And welcome, Demon Funhouse. Oh my gosh, I'm honored. I was like, whoa, his name popped up. Oh,
there we
the
go.
chills.
You gotta know who you gotta support, man. See, that's what I be talking about. We got a lot of support here back at home. So we're grateful to have all these people supporting. We constantly grow all the time. So that's for us to be in this situation right now, just talking on live in front of millions and millions. By the way, The Rock is my favorite superstar of all time. Don't hate on your boy, but The Rock is my boy. That's my main guy. So it's just support. We gotta have support at the end of the day because if we don't, the EFA community will fail. So that's what I kind of feel about everything when it came down to that.
Indeed, so sir, and I think everybody else is very excited to see where CLPW will go going forward with what we have learned here tonight. You have support from a lot of people, and I know a lot of people are going to back you up and continue to do so, and you're going to thrive. And we are all excited for CLPW's first show. And sir, those was really most of what I had that talk about, unless we're forgetting something you would like to talk about.
Well, back to WAE business. I guess I can probably announce that when I made my debut, me and Nixon became a tag team. The Savage Outlaws, we never got along, and I wanted to shout him out too because we and him are making WAE history. We have held the tag team titles together for more than 273 days and counting. We are about to approach our first year as tag team champions. Not one tag team could get these tag team belts off of us. We still have these titles around our waist. 73 days plus as tag champions, and we don't get along that well. Come on now, tag team division, you gotta shape it up a little bit. The Savage Outlaws, I didn't think I would make it this far as 21 years old. After I was frozen in time, I didn't expect for me to become a tag team champion. My next goal is to become world champion. The last time we was up here, we were talking about early retirement, because I have a kid now, and I have a wife now. So it's just like, what? I finally decided. I talked it over with my wife. I'm never going to retire. I'm not going to retire after a long time. Not after a long time, but I will take a lot of time off just to watch my child grow up, because you never know what will happen with that. So I will be taking a lot of time off in the future, but right now, Aaron James is not retiring anytime soon.
And with the growing roster of WAE going on, I hear that there's a developing of new teams.
From what I hear, I'm not going to disclose any information about that, but I know for a fact that Miss Mary got something cooking back there in her home. So I already know
scary.
She got cooking up in that barn. We're not allowed to go in that barn, but I know she got something cooking in there. So
yeah, don't go in that barn. Horrible barn. Bad thing. Scary thing.
I think I've only been there one time, and I can't think about that. The horrors of that.
You learned the hard way, huh?
Still haunts me. It happened on the first day I got here.
Talk about a good first day.
A good first day in the business, yeah. And I want to get myself more involved with DPW. I don't give my gratitude as much to them, because they really have helped me put my foot in the door. As soon as I joined Venom Club, I won the championship, and it only took me about less than a month to gain one championship with the Venom Club. So for me to join them, and they treat me like family, so they treated me better than anybody else could, except for WAE. I think WAE treated me more than everybody else combined, but family is family. I consider DPW as family. I consider WAE as family. I still consider KCW as family, but it's not as close as we were. I don't think we were never close. KCW can be a bit toxic sometimes too, so it's just like, I'm not going to badmouth them, so it's not, you've been there before, because sometimes it gets toxic in there, and sometimes I don't want to be around that, so I hate being around a toxic internet community, because that's not what it's about. That's like one of the wrong ones. I'm not saying I'm not bad-mouthing KCW, but there's some things in KCW that I don't want to speak about, One time they bad-mouthed my sister, and they kind of pushed that underneath the rug too, so. But I'm going to push that aside.
Anything else, sir?
I think the Marv is good. I think the Marv is back here at home is good. I said thanks to my wife. I said thanks to my son, even though my son is only less than a month old. I said thanks to DCW. I said thanks to Nixon. I said thanks to talking about the show. I think we're good. Good for now, because I'm good for yapping. So I don't want to take more of your time, Larry. Because I'm good. I'm a yapper. So we're gonna be sitting in this chair talking about stuff all day if we could.
Well, if you would like to stay a moment, when I asked you that question about the ROW and WWE thing.
Yeah, I'll say yeah. Hit me.
So they had some announcement. You about that WWE ID program that they have?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they have 6 matches announced that are all WWE ID program associated, with these matchups being Sam Holloway versus Cappuccino Jones, Gigi Ray versus JC Jane, a return in Miss Mia Friday after 6 months away. We also have Freedom Ramsey versus Clay Roberts.
Okay.
We have a tag match, Brad Baylor and Ricky Smokes versus Marcus Mathers and Aaron Rourke, and then finally, so far, Eli Knight versus Wesley, and this will take place March 30th for ROW Glory.
Oh man, those names kind of sound a lot of familiar. You know, I heard that Zilla Fatu, he said he's gonna stay back a little bit. He's gonna stay in the ROW and the other promotion that he said he was gonna stay in. Cause he said he got his foot in the door with WWE and ID, but he just said he's gonna stay back and do some couple of things. So I was like, Zilla Fatu he's up there, and I think if he goes to the WWE, he's gonna tear the house down. They might mess around to make him the tribal chief.
Indeed so, and we expect to see Villa down the line in WWE. And here is what else is, I think you'll be interested in this as well. Do you know the show House of Glory, HOG?
Mm-hmm.
They have 3 debuts. The Sinner Saint tag team of Travis Williams and Judas Icarus, and 2 debuts of superstars that have competed in WWE and Impact. I'm talking Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann.
Oh man. Is that tag team or singles?
Singles. They're each returning separately and, well, no, they're debuting separately. My apologies.
Okay.
And with a return for Hog at one of their events coming up in April, it will be Trevor Lee, formerly known as Cameron Grimes.
Ooh, man. Well, I said for Cedric to wrestle as long as he has, I'm excited to see some of these guys again, especially Rich Swann and Cedric and Travis Lee, because Travis Lee had something. I don't know what happened between him and WWE, but he had something going. You know, he gave me a Ted DiBiase vibe.
Oh, I hear that. I get that.
You know, so that's why I was kind of like, if I want to go and start training, do I want to go to wrestle like WEID first, go through NXT, because I have no knowledge, and well, I do have knowledge, but not wrestling knowledge. So I was like, do I want to go straight to WWE, or do I want to wait, grow in the independent scene, and then go to WWE? Because I said I was going to try to go to WWE. I said I'm going to try. If I can get stuck in the independent scene, that'll be fine too. Because people get way more famous in the independent scene than WWE sometimes. And sometimes that's where careers die in WWE too, because there's a lot of people that grew up in the independent scene that's not doing absolutely anything right now. People, there's a lot of people that's in the independent scene that don't make it good in WWE. So that's why I was like, I don't want to grow in the independent scene and go to WWE and fail, so.
It really,
but I have
does depend, though, like, just how they use you, because depending on what, like, situation you're in, like, if they don't keep track of you or something, or if they just don't see you as fit for them, that really just depends on when you go there. Like, even if you don't make it to WWE, at least you're doing something that you love.
Right, exactly. So it's like that. We might not see a lot of people that we see in the independent scene a lot, but they're doing it. So.
Indeed so, sir. Indeed so. And, sir, that was the show today. I appreciate you for joining on and talk about CLPW and other things. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm always happy to get in front of a screen and talk in front of the millions and millions. I always love it. So thank you.
You have become one of the ones that have appeared on here a couple times, because you appeared on here with a face-to-face with Zach.
Yep.
You appeared on here in your own interview, and we've been on here a couple times talking about
CLPW. Have you noticed since we had that promo battle, no one challenged me in the promo battle ever since then? It's just funny because I think I'm good on the mic. I don't think I'm good on the mic, but people tell me all the time, like, you're really good on the mic. So it's just like, okay, there might be something I'm really good at, for wrestling. I might have to hold on the skills a little bit, but people really think I'm good on the mic so far, so that's what I'm kind of grateful as too. So,
hey, at least you're trying at it and trying to go at it, and what you did in that I thought was very great, and I thought the others enjoyed it too. You guys had the first face-to-face on this podcast. I thought it was incredible.
She said, "Larry, you got a free get out of super kick card from Alexa."
I don't know. I have security on my door. It's called my lock, and I got a bat
And I got a
for your
shotgun.
super kicks.
You know, and Alexa keeps trying to steal my baby, so I'm trying to keep her away. I don't know what her intentions are, so because Alexa, she's unpredictable. You don't know what she's trying to do. Only but the super kick you until your jaw comes off. But you know, you never know what she'll do or what she's planning. So
Indeed so, sir. Indeed so.
she's
And
probably gonna get me later for that. For this for me talking about it. She's probably gonna get me later. But
you better be ready. Clpw doors are pretty crazy.
yeah. Ever since I opened the doors, I knew something was gonna go crazy. And ever since we had the person that had the idea to found the foundation to place, she's been rocking the wrestling world. We still gotta sign Wolfie to a brand. Of course, she's taking a break since she had a baby, which I can understand.
I thought you drafted. Gabriel was under the
we
impression
drafted
that
her, but we haven't. We signed her, but we didn't decide where we're gonna put her yet. Like I wanted to sign contracts first before we drafted into a show. You know.
How about this? How about since Gabriel took Ethan, what if you take Wolfie for when she's ready?
That'd be even better. I'll take the person that supported me to my own brand, and that'd be even perfect. I think Ethan will be perfect on Ignition. Ignition would be perfect for him actually, because that'll be like a foundation where he can start and grow. That'll be perfect for him and for Ignition. You know, there's not a bad show for neither of us. And I've been thinking about having a minor show like Clpw Underground, but Underground is kind of, you know, it have
What if you
underground
did
matches.
like a show almost like how we already have two brands? What if you add in something to maybe where like the people of our brands can meet?
You know what? That could work. Or one day, well, I'm getting too far ahead of myself with that one. We can talk about that one later. Later down the line. I was thinking of having a fan vote show and have the fans vote who they want to see and have a match.
So like what WWE did with Power to the People?
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God, I missed that so bad, dude.
Oh my gosh.
God.
Okay. I see what you're talking. So you're gonna have to make polls during the live.
I miss them days. People don't understand. If you haven't watched wrestling for a very long time, you missed a lot of stuff. A lot of crazy
Or the
stuff.
roulette wheel. That would be cool.
Yes. Like they have on NXT. You know, they have them vote and they spin the wheel of what type of match they should be in. Or the fans can vote on that, whatever they want. You know, so.
Hey, I feel like the fans voting, getting the people involved is always fun. So freaking have at it.
That would be perfect. We just gotta. I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna have that one later down the line. When we have more people and more fans to watch, because I want to go to a KCW level. You know, we always think of KCW as one of the biggest brands in the world. They have millions of people watching, and you know they always have millions of people in the roster. Maybe that's why they can't maintain their roster. But let me shut up before one of them come after me. If Jack comes on and be like, "What you talk about? What you talk about me for?" You know, Jack probably won't get me later, but I'm ready to suffer the consequences of what I said. So.
No, at least you're owning up to it. Like freaking hallelujah.
I mean, I'm not own to what I said, you know. So I'm pretty sure he knows how I felt because I've communicated with him and T about it, you know. So
Big
if you
T.
feel some type of way about it, we can definitely talk. We can definitely talk about it in the most respectful way I can put that, you know. So.
I hear you.
You know, so. How's the old Larry man doing?
The old Larry man is doing pretty nicely. No, I got my Pepsi, and Eddie and I are supposed to go out to the bar later.
How's the old job, man? I know you probably got me up here, so.
Well, possibly we're going to the bar. Eddie kind of is disturbing, if you haven't met him.
I'm trying to figure out what happened in WAE yesterday.
What do you mean?
Something tried to attack all of us yesterday.
It wasn't something. It was more like basically the whole entire quantity of WAE was under attack by demons.
Yeah, I had the man. I was ready. I went into full protective daddy mode yesterday.
It was
I had to grab my
literally hell
pistol.
on earth.
I was trying to grill. Something always happens when I start grilling some food, man. Remember that happened last time? The last time I tried to cook some food, me and my relationship with my wife almost got ruined. Almost.
Oh God.
And Wolfie almost fought me. Well, not almost, because she actually fought me. Him and like Connie.
You guys had a little bit of a thing going. I think you guys had a couple matches, if I remember correctly.
Yes. And I regret them because I'm not a fighter when it comes down to women, but Wolfie, on the other hand, she's not afraid to hit a man. Let's just say that. She's not afraid to hit a man when she needs to, because she sure does hit me. We did kind of went a little back and forth. She doesn't agree with a lot of things that I do. Sometimes I don't understand, because, I'm thankful for her to bring me to her bloodline and her family, but there's a lot of things that I don't understand, so it's just like me learning as I go, trying to be a father to my child, trying to become a good husband, a best friend, and a boyfriend to my wife, so it's just like trying to learn as you go, Alexa threw me off in the chat. She threw me off. But that whole bloodline, I'm still trying to learn the ways of the Wolven bloodline. Now that I'm part Wolven, I can understand a lot better. But there's a lot of things that I don't understand between that. If you understand, so it's just like, hey, it's a learn as I go. I might get punched in the face for it later, but it's all a learning experience. It might hurt me in the hood. It might hurt me in the face, but as long as I love my wife and my child, everything is gonna be fine. As long as they're there with me, so.
That's what matters, and I am congrats to you on the child, and I can't wait to see and hear what happens with y'all going forward.
I hope that Bao grows to be a respectful young a man when he grows up. I just hope I'm around a long time to watch him grow up, because I grew. How I froze in time. My father wasn't there, and I want to be there for my son every step of the way. So, hopefully he can watch this little interview in the future, because I always let him know how much I really do love my son and my wife. He wouldn't exist without my wife. And he looks just like his mother. It's a splitting image, and she will not agree with me when I say that. But if you look at him and you look at her, it's a splitting image, so.
Yeah, and congrats again, and I'm happy.
We got Damian the King Briggs in the building.
Hello, Mr. Briggs. We are coming to the
Briggs in the building. We got the King.
Coming to the end of our show, actually.
That is a man that knows to win championships. He talks a lot of smack, but he knows how to win championships.
Where he goes, the gold follows.
Him and oh my God, what's his name? Oh my God, him and used to be a tag team. I'm not sure if they're a tag team anymore. Them boys used to get down on the KCW roster, man. Tag team champions, world champions, extreme champions. I think one of them made a match specifically for him, and I beat him in his own match. So I forget his name, but I give huge respect to them too, because they're the future. Because I got here before they did, and they're winning more championships than I ever had been on the roster. So those two are the future. I've watched those two a lot. Him and oh my God, what is his name? Damian the King Briggs. Damian, you gotta help me. Who was your tag team partner when I was on the roster before the game split? Oh my God, what was his name? Aiden Williams and Damian Damian the King Briggs. When those two were a tag team, bro, oh my God, the Hit Squad was something different. Those two, they used to get on my nerves, man, but they knew how to win championships. I couldn't be mad at them that much. Them boys knew how to win championships together. You know, the Hit Squad was something different, you know. So, I wish them luck on their future endeavors in KCW. I hope they become multi-time world champions, better than I have, because me and KCW don't have a good relationship anymore. I only won a couple of championships, but I only held them less than within a week. I was there every single week to give them my support, but sometimes, you know, when the ball gets rolling, they either roll with the ball or don't roll at all. You know, so I really do think those two boys are the future of the business. I wish them well, because those two men are, oh my God, specimens. I hate the Glaze, but those two are something else, man. Those two are something special, and I can't wait to see them in the future becoming Hall of Famers. The Aaron James name is gonna be okay, but those two. Uh-oh. Somebody got a question. Alexa got a question.
After this one, we are going to have to wrap up.
All right, cool. She got a question. I wonder what her question is.
If she'll actually ask the
If
question.
she asked the question, yeah. Alexa said, they don't love you like I love you. That's crazy.
In a match between AJ and Alexa, who would win?
Oh my God, there she goes starting her mess again.
Well, how about this? We'll have a matchup between you two, and then we'll find out.
Look at her trying to start her mess in the chat. Look at her.
Well, that's nothing new. It's Alexa.
Always starting her mess.
Indeed so. And, sir, that comes to the ending of our show. We hope to have you on here again in the future. And stay tuned for more, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for Clpw. See y'all next time.
You better be promoted after the show, or I'm gonna have to talk to management about this. You do a good job, man. I might have to fight somebody.
Yeah, you're gonna have to fight somebody.
But the answer her question, I could beat her any day, mentally anyway. I have my ways.
Well, right there, ladies and gentlemen, you just heard it. Answering the question of Alexa Rain. AJ says that he would beat her. Larry needs a promotion. Oh, my.
You do give this man a promotion, please. Somebody. Give this man, he deserves his flowers. Underrated talent right here. We gotta get this man in the ring. Make him a manager, please.
Make me a manager? What? Not ready for this.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much for having me on your show, man, because it means a lot to me. To have you up here, have me tell my life story and everything. You are the man, Larry. That's the man. That's the Larry man.
I'm always happy to help out. As long as it helps y'all, that's what matters to me. It's always a pleasure to have you on. And again, folks, stay tuned for more for the next episode of The Shadows Within. See y'all next time.